They said the truth won't survive beside the lies that maintain the decaying faces of display.
You know, the more detail I got to the point where I have multiple types of SIMP beast. I have, of course, the beta SIMP beast. I have the sigma SIMP beast. I have the alpha SIMP beast. I have the gamma SIMP beast, and I even have the zeta SIMP beast. Where you know, this series, you know, it's gonna go a lot further than one issue, and you know, I just want to thank everybody who made it possible. But you know, we can keep going forward. We're not done yet. There's about 10 days or so left in the Kickstarter, and you know, we can push it. And what I want to do is with the stretch goal, I want to get issue 2 funded, and the goal would be, if we reach 1,000, I would give issue 2 for free as a PDF, you know, free PDF, you know, as a thank you to all those that back the book. If we can get to that point, you know, give everyone a free PDF of issue 2, you know, and issue 2 would come out later. But, you know, hey everybody, what's up? This is Hold the Truth Hostage, where if the truth was so important, we wouldn't negotiate with lies. Now, this is a video request by Anthony Williams. You know, he requested it, you know, not too long ago. And I apologize for not getting to it sooner. But this video is about Nate Burrell. You know, he was the star in 60 Days, you know, was a star on a reality show. I don't watch a lot of them. But, you know, the big thing is his videos about his suicide. You know, his suicide and how he took his life. You know, he was the reality TV star. And he just turned 33, man. He just turned 33. And, you know, he killed himself in November, man. He killed himself in November of this, I think it had to be, of this year. You know, he took himself out. You know, he's a star 60 Days now. You know, a lot of y'all, and that's the thing. This is what the family courts feed on. You know, it feeds on that male instinct that, you know, we could do better. We're better than him, you know. But Nate Burrell, age 33, shot and killed himself because his wife was threatening to take his children, take them to court for divorce. And this man, what you got to understand is this man served in the military. You know, I said this in a video I did for Live by the One Strike, that you have to understand in today's court system that men back in the 40s that were going to war in World War II had a better chance of being with their family than you do. You do today because of how the laws work, you know, because of how biased the laws are, you know. But think about this. Nate Burrell served in the military. Think about it, man. He was served in the military, Iraq, you know, military, in the Marines from 2006 to 2010. Think about that, man. He served in the military where he was putting his life on the line. You know, ducking bullets, dangerous missions, and all that. And, you know, he still had a glimmer in his eye that I'm going to survive this. I'm going to make it out. You know, people being shot around him. He still thought, I'm going to make it, man. I'm going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? he still said, I'm gonna be okay. But as soon as his wife was threatening him to take his child away, and think about his mental state of going through war and all that. The man went through a war, and he comes back home. Man. You know what I'm saying? He comes back home, and you know what I mean? He comes back home, and what happens? What happens to him, man? You know, he comes back home from the war, and his wife threatens to take away his child. You know, after going through war and all that, and he decided that, the pain, that pain of potentially losing his child would be too much. Would be too much for him to face, man. And the thing is, hours before his death, he wrote a 300-word message on Facebook, man. And I don't usually do a lot of these, but I gotta read this, man. You gotta understand and hear. I'm gonna read this because what he's gone through. This tells you a man went through war, military, but he knew he would not survive the family court. He knew he wouldn't survive the family court. You know what I mean? So let me read this. And this is what he wrote on Facebook. He wrote this, hours prior before taking his life. Check this out, man. Let me read this to y'all. This isn't an admission of guilt. I'm just tired. I've been through so much in my life. The pain of my situation now hurts more than I ever imagined. I can't keep going on. The post read in part. I want to apologize to my family and friends for failing you. I know a lot of you will think you could have changed my mind. I assure you, you wouldn't. This isn't a spontaneous thing. That means he's been planning this, man. He's been planning this, bro, because of that level of pain. Now, let me read it. You know what I'm saying? Let me read it in full. This isn't an admission of guilt. I'm just tired. I've been through so much in my life. The pain of my situation now hurts more than I ever imagined. I can't keep going on. I'm sorry, Jordan. And Jordan, that's the name of his son. It's the name of his son, man. He just wanted, and his son was about to be a year. But let me keep going. I'm sorry, Jordan, I let you down. I have dreamed of the day I get to raise my son, but that was taken away from me. I can only imagine how bad this would all turn out. All of the legal crap that would ensue after this with custody and everything else, you win. You have promised for weeks you will ruin my life, and I had no idea who I was messing with. You are right, I didn't know. Ah, man. You are right, I didn't know who I was messing with. That's what he said about his wife, man. The man dreamed of raising his son. After going through wars and fighting, you know what I'm saying? He dreamed of his son, and, man. And then let me continue. For those who are mourning, know I'm in such a better place. I'm no longer fighting the battles that have been causing so much pain in my mind and life. Waking up feeling worthless, lost, confused, and tired, exhausted. I know you all have told me that that's not who I am, and I'm talented and have a good head on my shoulders. I appreciate you, but it doesn't help how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Our military and their families need it. Our military and their families need it. I checked myself into the hospital for wanting to commit suicide, and from the beginning, I felt like a criminal going to jail, stripped of my dignity and identity, personal prosperity. I needed my family and friends during this time, and you took that away from me. Not being able to communicate put me in such a dark hole than I was in originally, that was so hard on me mentally. I would have told you anything to get me out of that place, even if it meant I was okay when I wasn't. You didn't help me. You helped me. You held me prisoner so I couldn't hurt myself. He concluded with a Bible verse, the quote, "Let our lives not be defined by our mistakes, but instead our hearts." Damn, man. The man served in the military and knew that if he went against the family court system, he was going to fail. That all that awaited him was pain and suffering. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. If the family court doesn't care about you, about police, about the military man, it doesn't care about any position a man holds. So what can you do? What can you do against the family court? Nothing. This man took his life. Think about it. He went through wars, and he just wanted, and in all honesty, after he's been in the Marines shooting, struggling for his life, I think that the light was his son, because he could raise his son to not experience what he's been through. And that chance of raising his son, that purity of raising his son, would be something of a much greater, deeper goal for him to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? It would heal his heart and his soul to be a father, as a man who served in the Marines. You know what I'm saying? As a man who served in the Marines, man. And what happens, you know what I'm saying? What happens to the man? It's all taken away from him. His life, because he knew his wife was going to put him through the system. And that system doesn't care what you as a man have done. It doesn't care if you're a 5-star general, Purple Heart, a cop, a fireman. It doesn't care. So what makes you any different? What a lot of men have to understand, and I'm going to tell you this, man, and you got to understand this, and you got to look at him. You got to look at him like it happened to you. But what you got to ask yourself is this, man. When you get married, when you're thinking about marriages, you got to think about, you think about marriage, you have to also think about divorce. Are you ready? If you're so ready it's easy to think about getting married. You need to think about getting divorced. Are you ready for the trials and tribulations of that divorce? And then here's the thing, thinking about having a child domestically, when the law, when the laws are written to the point where only the government can be the father of your children. Only the government can't be removed from being in the life of your children. What you have to ask yourself when you say, yo, I'm ready to be a father, you know, with the laws being what they are, what you got to ask yourself is, if you're so ready to be a father, are you ready to lose a child? You know what I'm saying? That's what you need to ask yourself. You're so ready to be a father, are you ready to lose a child? Can you take the experience of losing access to your children? Are you prepared for that? Are you prepared for that side of the coin? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, when it comes to marriage, play heads and tails where there's only one option. You know what I'm saying? The happy story. They don't look at the negative. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna happen when you as a man lose? You know, you don't look at the positive. And here's the thing. And a lot of I'm gonna say a lot of channels need to start saying this. The divorce rate is above 50%. There's no point in saying it's 50. There's no point in saying it's 80. Just say it's above 50%. That's all you need to say. You know what I'm saying? Because when you say 50%, they say, oh, you know, there's still a half chance. 80, you say 80, wait, how can you prove there's 80? No, just say it's above 50. You know what I'm saying? So is your life, now think about it, you don't have control of your job. You don't have control of all these other things. And you're going to put yourself in a position where, you know what I'm saying? And here's the thing a lot of men need to understand when it comes to marriage in a long-term relationship in a country where the government sees you, the man, as trash. You know what I'm saying? The best thing you could be in this country when it comes to fatherhood is a stepfather by blood. You know what I mean? I'm going to do a video on that, stepfather by blood. That means that even though that child is yours by blood, its real father is the government. Only the government could be in its life like a true father. Not you. You're just a stepdad by blood. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So what you got to understand is when you're in a country where legally you as a man have lost, then you're volunteering to jump. You're volunteering to step not on a bear trap. You're volunteering to step on a minefield. That's what marriage has become. It's a minefield. Because as you could see with this man, he took his life, man. He saw, and think about that. He saw that, yo, I had a better chance surviving when I served in the military than I have of being with my own child. And that man prayed. That man thought that raising his son would be the best experience to heal himself from his service in the military. And what do you get? What did he get for his service? A family court that he knew that doesn't care if he's military. And here's the thing: a lot of you guys need to understand is that, yo, all the politicians running that say they're family men and all that, dude, they're not family men. You know what I'm saying? They don't support reforming the family court or abolishing the family court, because it's not a factual court that works off facts and, you know what I'm saying, the true legal aspect. Nah, they don't support that. You know what I'm saying? But they all run on that lie. All these politicians run on this lie. I'm a family man. I'm this, I'm that. If you're such a family man, wouldn't you make it so you could preserve families and actually legally allow and protect families? Nah, you don't believe in it. It's just a gimmick you run with, a scam, you know, a lie to get some votes and all that crap. You know what I mean? A lot of men need to understand that you know, you don't have a chance. You don't have a chance in hell in surviving the family court. You know, it, 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 it doesn't matter if you're, you know what I'm saying, if you're a police officer, whatever. And this man, you have to understand, man, he killed himself. He served in the army, but he killed himself because he saw a worse hell that lied ahead of him, was the hell of not being able to be in his child's life. And, you know, he saw his son as redemption. A lot of men who serve in the army, a lot of men who are police officers, firemen, for them, that relationship with their children is far, far more rewarding than you think, because their job, a lot of their career path is putting their life on the line for others. You know what I'm saying? They don't get much time to focus on themselves. So when they get access to their children, it has a far deeper meaning than anything else. You know what I'm saying? So to me, man, the man killed himself because he saw it, man. He knew, yo, he's already dead, man. That's the way he's looking at it. I've already lost everything. You know what I'm saying? I lost my kid and all that. You know what I mean? What else can I, what else will I have? So what you have to understand is, instinctively, you're mentally set up to look at this like, oh man, that ain't me. That can't happen to me. I'm better than this man. I'm special. I'm this, I'm that. But in reality, you're just gonna be another victim. You know, you're gonna be another victim of this family court. You're gonna volunteer because it's hard. The government is running a great chess move. You know, they allow men to volunteer for marriage. Then they, you know what I'm saying, and they allow you to walk right into a trap. You know, and then they continuously encourage it. You know, because they're encouraging you to volunteer. You know, a lot of men don't. You know, whether you went through a divorce or not, you have to understand you volunteered. You know, you volunteered to ignore the laws and all that stuff. Whether you were ignorant of it or you weren't educated, you didn't do your due diligence. You know, you allowed your heart, which works, because women combat, their mental combat is with emotion. You know what I'm saying? That emotional minefield. They're masters of that. So when you as a man allow your emotions to lead you, and like I tell most men, you walk with your emotions, you might as just be walking with a blindfold, and it's easier for you. A woman lives off emotion, so she's living guided by emotion her whole life. You know what I mean? Since the day she was born. So you as a man who mostly live off of logic, you're nowhere near a master of this emotional warfare that she is. You know what I'm saying? So when you volunteer to lead with that, you're basically volunteering to be eaten by a stronger, more powerful, emotional, creature. You know what I'm saying? That feeds off of emotion. But, to close this, man, think about it. The man who served in the military and saw that there was no way to win or survive the civil court. You know what I mean? The family court, man. This is a huge lesson to y'all, man. Not a lot of y'all, like I said, man, not every man instinctively, it's hard for you to fight what you're wired to be better than other men. So most people watching this video are gonna be, I could do better than him. You know what I'm saying? And you might not even say it consciously. You might subconsciously, you'll say, he was soft. He took his life, man. He was a coward. He was soft. You know what I'm saying? That would never happen to me. I'm better than him. You know what I'm saying? So To me, the lesson is simple, man. Look at that. The lesson is, man, the family court takes no prisoners, no male prisoners. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't care if you're an ex-Marine. It don't care if you protected the president. It does not care. It's here. It's like a factory. It's here to eat. It's here to chew you and spit you out. It's here to chew you up and spit you out with far less resources. Maybe you become homeless, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Well, it's been hold the truth hostage, man. Or if the truth is so important, wouldn't negotiate with lies. And remember, guys, look at the law, not her bra. One more time, look at the law, not her bra. Don't commit to her bra and her ass. Look at the law. Look at the law first. You know? And another thing is, dude, get your passports. You could take a flight. The future for the domestic man in a corrupt system is it's overseas relationships. Long-term overseas relationships. That whole thing about long-term relationships don't work, that's a lie. It damn sure doesn't work in a country where, legally, there's no, legally you as a man have nothing. But long-term relationships do work. You know what I mean? You could fly from that country every once a month. You could go see your kids and take a flight. You know what I'm saying? Versus up here, where you're right near your kids. You literally in the same state and you can't see them. Man, like I said, man, today with the family court and such, I bet, yeah, my bad. Long term wise, man, you take a relationship, dude, you're volunteering for your own destruction. Because legally, and here's the thing, I gotta tell the guys, you can't blame the women. You don't blame the women. A lot of them don't know they're a pawn. They're a pawn in a far bigger game, and that game is the expansion of the government's corruption. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that they're a pawn. And the thing is, let's be honest here, and a lot of other channels won't say it. Let's be honest, man. It's a male. The government was created by us men. It's run by us men. The agenda is us men, which means, and us men have been going to war with each other for thousands of years. You know what I'm saying? And the government, the men who formed the government realized, man, if we want to win this war, want to maintain absolute ownership of these men, we have to allow them to volunteer for their destruction. And that's through a long-term relationship. And we have to empower the opposite sex with as many tools as possible to destroy that man. Because we know she runs on her emotions, so she won't make any decisions with logic. It's going to be emotionally driven. So if we can empower that emotion with as many tools as possible, family court, you know what I'm saying, divorce court, the list goes on. A biased biased police system when it comes to the sexes. She could be holding a knife and this man's blocking or running away, he gets locked up. Whatever, you know what I mean? It's basically the government has armed a woman's emotions to the point where it has made her radioactive and self-destructive. You know what I'm saying? Makes her walk around like a goddamn bomb waiting to explode. And that's why I say, man, you don't blame the women. You know, those channels that are blaming the women, they don't understand the law of the game of life. They don't understand the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? You men you gotta understand you're dating a pawn in the, you know, the government system. You know what I'm saying? You're dating a pawn, and when you're dating a pawn, you can't be blame the pawn for what you know what I'm saying, the moves of the king are. You know what I mean? So this has been Hold the Truth Hostage, man. Where if the truth was so important, wouldn't negotiate with lies. Peace. You know, all the people that supported, you know, this is a very big moment, and I know you're going through a lot with this pandemic, and for you to still show me some support, that means a lot on this type of series. And most of all, when you back SIMP-TAGION, you're gonna find yourself, it's not your usual comic. I didn't just put the whole red pill, you know, simp thing. I put some humor, I put some action. There's gonna be some characters in this series that you really want to continue to follow, and it tells a story between, you know, the beginning, and what happens is how once men get infected with the SIMP-TAGION virus, you know, the world basically goes straight to hell. You know what I mean? Because they don't know who's infected, they can't predict, the symptoms are very odd. But you know, the first book, it's 24 pages of pure action, comedy, humor, dark humor, a lot of dark humor. This is a very mature book. And again, I want to thank everyone for supporting me. It means a lot, you know, and have a great day. Thank you.
They said the truth won't survive beside the lies that maintain the decaying faces of